Hey, I'm back. Yeah, it's me, Mitzi Maria McKenzie, the Seraphim Princess. And I've decided to do a nice little unboxing video. I'm gonna open what's in this box and install it. So I hope you enjoy. By the way, what's in the box? Okay, I've got what I'm going to use to open the box, a cheese knife. Yeah, now I know what y'all are thinking, jokes about cutting the cheese, right? Well, let's cut the cheese. By the way, I had took down my videos last year because I was worried that my YouTube was going to be hacked because my email account was hacked. So I started a new email account, and that's why I haven't had my videos up, but soon I'll have them all back up by tonight. So let's see what's in the box. What's in the box? Okay. Got a whole bunch of these little styrofoam thingies that no one gives a crap about. Let's just pour them all over my bed. And here we are. It is the Blinking Light Wind, which I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard about. So, if y'all haven't heard about it, it's supposed to solve the problems that the old style Nintendo, which I've got right here, has. Basically, you know the red ring of death on Xbox? Well, here you've got the blinking screen of death and the spring of death. Two things that basically no one who owns a Nintendo liked. Basically, what was wrong with this is every time you bent this down, which they installed it that way it wouldn't look like a toy, it would cause problems with the, I believe it's a 62 pin connector, or was it 72 pin? I forget the exact name of it, but still, the pins would get bent and would make it not work. So let's move on. Okay, now to open the pack, which contains all this, and let's see what we got. We've got the installation instructions, which I'm gonna have to use. Then we've got the new pin connector right here, which will basically help with getting, you know, the thing working. And it's supposed to, from what I've heard, and I won't be able to test this, being that unfortunately, embarrassing enough, I don't own any Famicom games or PAL games in my collection. So the thing is that this right here has a chip that's supposed to be different from the lockout chip, so you don't have to worry about the lockout chip anymore. And then you've got stickers, which I'm not going to use because I'm not going to resell my system or anything, But there to let you know that the blinking light wind has been installed. There's this sticker and keep calm and don't press down sticker, which is basically a pun for pressing down on the spring of death. And then you've got the new tray, which the new tray makes it where you don't have to worry about pressing down and ruining the springs. Or, I mean, ruining the pin connector, springs. Yeah, we're removing that spring. That's what this is for. So, yeah, you don't have to press down or worry about pushing the spring down and messing up your pins. Okay, now the first step we're going to do is, of course, take the screws out of the casing. Now, to do that, you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, which Nintendo didn't yet put the new screws that they use, because they never, I guess, thought people would try to take them apart and fix them themselves back then. But yeah, just use a standard screwdriver and start unscrewing it. And once you get it unscrewed, you can start taking the shield off, which I'll get to that next. Well, I've got the Nintendo taken apart now. I put the screws in here so not to lose them, which you see got all 6 of them in the lid of the Nintendo to keep them nice and safe. That's a helpful hint for anyone taking apart electronics, because if the lid isn't affected by having the screws in it, that's a good place to put the screws. Now, I have to take the shock shield off, or RF shield as it's called, and there's a screw here, one missing right here from whoever owned this Nintendo before me, as it's not the original one I grew up with. There's one screw here, another here, and then 2 more on this side. Right there and right there. So I'll start removing those screws. So to get the RF shield off. Okay, now the RF shield is off, or the shock shield as I call it. The screws are inside, as you see, so not to get lost. And now to take off the original spring tray, which the problem is when the game goes in here, the game attaches to this, so when you push down and push up, it bends the original 72 pin connector. I looked it up on the instructions, and it is 72, not 62, so yeah. But I have 6 more screws to go to get this old tray out. So once I get it out, I can install the blinking light wind finally. Try saying that 10 times fast. Blinking light wind, blinking light wind, blinking. I mean, it's hard, I'm sure. Well, let's get serious and get this off. not really much room working inside these things, but oh, and check out this screw is larger than the others. It's the middle screws to the spring tray, so they're longer than the others, so you have to try to remember that they go in the middle of where the blinking light wind goes, if they're still needed. Because I heard from other reviewers that that there may have been some screws off of it. At least that's what I remember hearing, so don't quote me on that. So now we're down to the last screw. I think this is it now. This will solve the problem of my Nintendo, hopefully forever, so I won't ever need to be very careful removing it. And I've got it off. The spring tray is off. I might keep it as a souvenir though. As you can see now, all that's left is the pin connector, which have to be very careful getting this thing off. See. Let me show you on what I'm doing. I'm getting the old pin connector off. Which there isn't much room to work with. Let me take a look at the instructions. Yep, this is it. But there's very limited room to work with, and you have to be very careful. And I've got it out. The old 72 pin connector is finally out. Now, to get the new one that goes in its place. Let me see, there's some kind of foam on the back. Let me see if I'm supposed to remove that. So it doesn't say anything about removing this, so I'm expecting... Oh wait, no, it's just foam, so I mean, yeah, I'm sure you removed that. Okay, so there's arrows pointing this side up, so you want to put the bottom part onto the Nintendo, and the top part is where the games will go. So install this. Have to be very careful. Just like taking it off, you have to be very careful putting it back on, because like I said, very limited and I do mean limited space to work in when doing this. Which I'm sure I have to be very careful down here and see exactly what I'm doing so that not to damage it. It's kind of a tight fit, I'd say, but this is a required part of getting this to work. And there you go. Now to put this on over it, which this should just slide right over it right here. Let me lean my computer back now and see, it slides right over with minimal to no frustration. And once you have it installed, you just want to put the screws back in, which, like I said, there's only 4 screw areas on here. They go here and back here, and then same areas on the other side, meaning you don't need the larger screws anymore. All you need is the 4 smaller screws. So you put the 4 smaller screws in, which I almost ruined this by dropping a screw in, but I got it. Put one there, one there, one here, and one here. Find the screwdriver. And start screwing the screws back in where they belong. Now for the next stage, and that's putting the RF shield back on. Okay, now I've got the RF shield back on. It's nice and screwed back on there. All that's left is to put this back on, and then I should be done with taking it apart and putting it back together. So time to put the Nintendo back together, which you put the screws back in the same holes that you took them out of. It doesn't matter what order you put them in or which way you put them in, as long as, you know, as long as all 6 screws are screwed in correctly. Now I've got it put back together. Looks just as good as it did before. So now the next step is to power cycle your system, which means turning off a few times off and on, and it should power cycle it. And once it's done power cycling, we can get to the step of putting the game in and then turning it on, and we'll see how it works. Okay, now the big time is about to start. I am about to put in a game to test out the blinking light wind, one that had come to the most legendary franchise in all video game history, one that will be remembered forever as one of the greatest game series in history. Jaws. Just joking. Throw that piece of crap. Legend of Zelda. Sorry about the mess. I mean, I'm real bad right now on room, but got it in. Now, to turn it on and see it in all its glory. Let me try to get the brightness down so you can. Oh, wait. Yeah, y'all can see it now. The blinking light wind seems to be working, and hopefully this will solve my problems as far as my Nintendo goes, and I won't ever have to worry about it acting up anymore, because the blinking light wind is supposed to solve the problem of all issues with the Nintendo loading tray. It is available at Arcade Works website, which I will include both a link to their website in the description and in the credits. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know it's been a long video, and plus it's been a long time of getting it set up, but it will be worth it. And in a few months, probably a year from now actually, I will do another review to tell how the blinking light wind is still treating me, if it's still a good investment or if it's a total bomb. So look forward to that video in about a year now. And yes, if anyone's wondering, that is death above my bed. Hope y'all enjoy. This is Mitzi Maria McKenzie with Seraphim Princess Gaming Thoughts, signing out. What's in the box? La 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 la.